Hello, I'm David Frazier, aka the Market Monk, and this is our daily Market Monk show where we strive to tell you everything that you need to know, but nothing more, regarding factors and developments that are likely to affect the value of your investment portfolio. So, as we begin every day of the week, first I'm going to go over the important factual news of the day, not a bunch of stories, not unimportant noise that doesn't matter, but only, the things that might affect your investment portfolio. And after going over the news, then I'm going to begin this first in a series of our Wednesday night shows on individual stocks. So let me begin by saying that stock prices in the United States, as measured by the major stock market indices, pulled back very modestly today, as did the major European stock market indices. And that doesn't come as any surprise whatsoever to me, because I've been telling you for a little over a week now that the recent trading action in numerous stock markets around the globe indicates that stocks are due for a modest and temporary pullback. Stock prices in Japan rose modestly today, while China's Shanghai Composite Index and Brazil's Bovespa Index were up for the fourth consecutive day today. Meanwhile, India's Sensex index pulled back a little bit today. In regard to important economic announcements that were released today, there was only one major announcement from around the world. However, it was a very positive announcement, and that was an announcement from the Mortgage Bankers Association here in the United States, which showed that mortgage applications to purchase or refinance homes in the United States rose by 10.2% last week as compared to the previous week. And obviously that's a darn big jump. And applications were up by the sharpest amount since January 10th of this year. Now that also doesn't come as any surprise to me. I said in our Monday night show, where I get deeper into recent as opposed to just daily economic factors and developments affecting the United States. Remember, our daily show is about only what occurred on any given day, and our Monday shows and Tuesday shows are about important factors and developments that might have occurred over the past few weeks, as well as important announcements regarding leading economic indicators and geopolitical developments that I expect to affect stock prices during the ensuing weeks and months. So, as I was saying, I got off target there just for a moment. Mortgage applications were up sharply last week, and that doesn't come as any surprise to me. I told you this past Monday that numerous indicators were suggesting that the housing market here in the United States is going to improve considerably during the months ahead. So this was a big indication of that. And it's just one variable, but I think it's a pretty important one. Now, there weren't any other major announcements today from the United States or any other place in the world. Regarding just the trading action in the U.S. stock market today, the advanced decline line, I'm looking at some notes here to get the exact details. That's what I thought, was down for the second day in a row today, just very modestly. That is the number of stocks that advanced in price versus those that declined in price for stocks that trade on the New York Stock Exchange, commonly referred to as the advanced decline line. That was down for the second day in a row, very, very modestly, while the VIX index, that is the Chicago Board Options Exchange Volatility Index, often referred to as the fear index, was rose for the rose pretty sharply today. Not terribly, but it was up today. And at the same time, the percentage of stocks that closed above their 200-day moving average fell today. Lastly, price momentum statistics for most stock market indices around the globe remain today at substantial overbought levels, or at levels that have historically indicated that stock prices in general are due for a pullback on a short-term basis. So, I'm sure that most, if not all of you that are watching and listening to this show, you very likely listen to other financial radio and or TV shows, and there's a good chance you read some financial newspapers and magazines. And if you turned on any of the broadcast financial shows today, just like any other given day of the week, you heard numerous fundamental reasons, supposedly, why stocks pulled back today. But in reality, there were no fundamental reasons. This was just it's just a pullback that's, my experience indicates extremely strongly resorted only from short-term day traders looking at many of the short-term trading statistics that I view every day of the week, and decided now was a good time to take some profits. So there wasn't any fundamental reason why stocks pulled back today. No economic, financial, or geopolitical fundamental reason. This is just short-term trading. And I expect that to go on for a few more days. That is, for stocks in general, as measured by the major stock market indices in most regions of the world, to continue to pull back over the next few days, but very, very modestly. Now, that's all I have to say for today's news. That's it. You listen to a lot of these shows, and they just talk about all these things that just are not important. And that's not what we do here at the Market Monk. At the Market Monk, we only focus on the facts and on factors and developments that have been shown to likely affect stock, bond, commodity, precious metals prices during the days, weeks, and months ahead. So that's it for the news today. So now let's get into our first in a series of talking about individual stocks. And tonight, in our first Wednesday night show stocks, I'm going to discuss Taser Internationa, which I'm sure many, if not all of you, have heard of. Taser is the company that makes stun guns that are used by police officers primarily to incapacitate dangerous and combative persons. It's been making these stun guns for many years now, and thousands of police agencies from around the world use these guns. And it's because they've been shown to be very, very effective without, or shouldn't say without, with reducing, at least reducing substantially the possibility of killing someone when one of those stun guns is used to shoot someone. Now, however, having said that, you might not be aware of the fact that during 2012, Taser began to focus on making wearable cameras primarily for police agencies around the world. And it launched its first wearable camera, known as the Axon Flex camera, during May of 2012, as well as a digital evidence management system that it also launched during that same period. And this this Axon Flex camera is a very small camera that police officers can wear on their shirt collar, their cap, or eyewear, spectacles or sunglasses. It's a very revolutionary device, and that was the launching of that device was followed during the third quarter of last year by the company's new Axon body camera, which includes a 130-degree wide-angle lens, multiple on-body mounting options, and a single button for recording digital evidence. And that last piece of information there is very, very important. These cameras, you just got to push a button, and it will record what's going on in a given scene, and that system works with the company's evidence.com digital management system. By the way, this Axon body camera is able to capture more evidence than any other body camera on the market, and even in the dark. Now, as I just mentioned, Taser also developed during May 2012 its evidence.com digital evidence management system. And that system is a cloud-based system that enables police officers to automatically upload videos files that were captured with its cameras, and to store, retrieve, and share that video, any video that is captured by those cameras, with other persons, such as their superior officers and the courts. That digital management system accommodates video from many sources, including Taser's stun guns, smartphones, such as the Apple iPhone or numerous Android phones, and it also allows or enables video to be captured in witness and suspect interview rooms. There's numerous benefits concerning these cameras and Taser's evidence.com digital management system. And for example, its cameras have a much lower total cost of ownership than traditional in-car cameras, and they overcome some of the inherent limitations of in-car cameras. And therefore, in my opinion, in my very experienced and well-researched opinion, I think there's a very good chance that police agencies around the world will soon replace all of their in-car cameras, or at least many of them, with Taser's new wearable cameras and their digital management system. I think there's also a good chance that a large number of police agencies around the world will replace their costly infrastructure of servers, storage devices, and network operating systems with Taser's cloud-based digital evidence management system, which, by the way, is managed by independent third-party entities. And that's because those systems enable police agencies to store, retrieve, and analyze video evidence much more efficiently than traditional systems. I mean, for example, I shouldn't say for example, I guess it's another benefit, or some other benefits, are that they tend to improve the behavior of all parties involved in police interactions. They have been shown to substantially reduce the number of false complaints and can't think of the word I'm looking for here, but ridiculous lawsuits. And they do so because they capture what's going on in any given scene. And they also enable police officers to save a lot of time and to reduce administrative work by using Taser's automated evidence management systems. So there's a lot of benefits to these cameras and this digital evidence management system that Taser just began offering during the middle of 2012. And if the demand for those products increases in any way similar to the way that the demand for Taser stun guns rose sharply during the mid-2000s, in my opinion, the company's revenues and earnings are going to rise sharply over the next few years. Now, although, and here's an example of that seeming to already be underway. Although Taser incurred a loss during 2010 and 2011 as a result of spending huge amounts of money to develop its wearable cameras and digital evidence management system, the company returned to profitability during 2012 as the demand for its cameras and camera-equipped stun guns. The stun guns now have cameras in the gun. When they're pointing a gun at someone, there's a camera there recording what's going on. The company returned to profitability during 2012, and last year its net income was up about 23.8% versus 2012 on a 20% increase in the company's revenues. Meanwhile, Taser is very strong financially. With its cash and marketable securities alone, just its cash and marketable securities, not including any other assets, just cash and investments in marketable securities alone, covering all of the company's financial obligations by a ratio of 1.5 to 1 as of March 31st of this year. And that's very, very important. And the reason it's important is that huge cash position places Taser in a position to continue to buy back large shares of its stock after acquiring $25 million of its stock during 2013 to develop other products and or to market its current products aggressively to police agencies around the world. So that huge cash position is a big plus for Taser. Not only does my research indicate that Taser is going to grow its revenues and earnings at a very fast pace over the next few years, but it's in a position to buy back stock, to develop other products, and to and if there's any competitors that come on the market, well, Taser will probably be in a position to acquire those competitors. So these are all very, very positive factors and developments concerning Taser. Now, in spite of those very positive factors and developments, Taser's stock pulled back pretty sharply over the past approximately month, 5 weeks, something like that, over the past several weeks. And I couldn't find any good reason whatsoever why the company's stock pulled back. There's nothing that I saw in the company's latest quarterly announcement that was negative in any way whatsoever to me. But I shouldn't say but, and therefore I see for people that have not yet purchased Taser and that don't yet own it, I see this pullback as being a huge plus, and it's a huge plus for the following reason. My research shows that Taser will grow its revenues and earnings. I guess let's talk about its earnings because that's what really matters here, the bottom line. My research indicates that Taser will grow its net earnings per diluted share at an average rate of at least 30% per year over each of the next 3 years. Yet its stock closed today on Wednesday, June 11th at a price to earnings ratio of only 31. So therefore, its stock is very fairly priced at this time. And because of that, I would strongly encourage those of you that are stock market speculators as well as aggressive investors to allocate a portion of your money to Taser. I mean, just to simplify and summarize, in my opinion, this stock is headed much, much, much higher during the months ahead. And to be fair, to give full disclosure, I do want to close by saying subscribers to our investment newsletters here at Frazier and Mayer Research LLC, doing business as the Market Monk, already hold positions in Taser. And for those of you that are subscribers that are listening and watching on this show, some of you, well, not probably all of you, have experienced some unrealized losses in Taser over the past few weeks because I recommended it to you at a price that it's currently trading. But as I've said to you, our subscribers, in recent updates, I'm not concerned at all about the future direction of Taser. And so if you already own the stock, I urge you very strongly to continue to hold it. And if you don't own it, and you're a long-term speculator or aggressive investor, I encourage you to take a close look at Taser and to consider putting some of your money in it. So that's all for today. That's our first in our series of Wednesday night shows on individual stocks. And tomorrow night on Thursday, I'll talk to you about ways to better manage your investments, your speculations, and your trades. And so we'll get into that tomorrow night. Thursday night is our, in a sense, our education night, where I try to help those of you that watch and listen to this show become better traders, speculators, and investors. So I thank you for listening, and I'll speak with you again tomorrow.